I'm getting soaked. I'm not very happy about today's filming conditions.
Right, welcome to another disgusting day here in the UK. Look at the state of it, it's absolutely chucking it down, so we're going to be quick. And so I'm not going to waste too much of everybody's time and we're not going to get too wet. But basically, this is Tiger Woods' putting routine, which he's used since he was probably 15 years old, maybe a little bit older. I saw him when he was 16 playing at Bay Hill in the international tournament there in Florida, and he used it then. And he seems to have used it every time I've seen him and every time I've seen him on TV. So this is basically what we're going to go for. There's something that you can do before every round. It's a great one and it's good for your putting stroke. It's good for your brain, so it's a mentally good challenge. It means you hold a nice lot of putts before you go out. So here we go. He does it with 6 balls, okay? So now what I've found on the golf courses that I've played at is, generally speaking, the cups are never quite low enough to take 6 balls. It fills right to the top. So you can take this down. So we're going to take it down to 4 balls from 6, and we've got a much better chance of not filling the hole right up to the top. Okay, so first of all we've got to find a flat putt. And the way you do that is quite simple. First of all, you can have a look at it and make sure that it's relatively flat. I think this one is. And then you stand behind it and just knock a few putts and see if they move either way or not. Okay, so I'm just checking that one. That's pretty straight, that one. Right, okay, so then Tiger puts a little marker down there where he knows it's relatively straight or absolutely straight. What we're going to do now, so I know that this one is straight. Now he uses 3-footers, but he is probably one of the greatest short putters that has ever lived. So we could probably allow ourselves to go for 2-footers. And I'll tell you what, the thing with the other thing that I must say, obviously he's an awesome putter with an awesome putting stroke. But he's also playing on greens that are so pure. You can imagine these golf courses, especially tournament golf courses, they have taken most of the year to prepare those greens so they're absolutely perfect. Now on most events that you play at, or most courses that you play at, they're probably really nice, but they're not like snooker table bays, which is what those guys used to play on. So don't beat yourself up if you miss a few of these putts, but what we're also going to do is allow ourselves another foot to make up for the possible green being not absolutely perfect. Okay, so once we've got our putt, we are now gonna put a ball there, and we're gonna put one tee peg there. Now the thing with that tee peg is we're gonna make sure that that is in line with the base of our putter and the sweet spot of the ball. So I've got my putter there, and I'm just gonna make sure that that is in the middle of my putter. Now this putter I've got here is weird because the outskirts of it is a little bit wider than the actual face itself. But I think that that's about right. So I've just done a test putt. You can do this pretty quickly. I've got my other tee peg now, and my other tee peg, I'm just going to find the middle of my sweet spot and I'm going to put it the other side. So we've made a nice little gate there. So we'll put it in the middle of that gate, knock the putt in from the sweet spot of the putter there. So now we know that that is a dead straight putt, and we've got our nice little gate which is the width of our putter. Now then, so the actual routine itself, he uses 6 balls. When he's not playing in a tournament, he will try and hole 50 of these in a row, right-handed, and then 100 in a row with 2 hands, which is crazy. I mean, that's absolute ninja skills. But what we're going to do, and what he does before he plays on a tournament, is he starts off just getting used to his straight putt, and just puts it in the middle here. Okay, starts knocking them in, and just getting used to it. And when you're ready and you're confident that's the middle, it's a straight putt, we're going to start the drill. I'm not going to call it a drill, it's more of a warm-up than anything. Now then, what he does is he hits 6 with his right hand. We're going to hit 4, obviously. Okay. Better not miss one though. Pretty easy, straightforward. Should be straightforward. And we're going to try to, obviously we're going to be hitting the sweet spot. Okay, so we're going to do 4 in a row. Now once we've done those 4, we're now going to try and do 4 with the 2 hands. And we're going to alternate. So it's a little bit like doing reps if you're a gym bunny. And we're just going to now do the same thing and hold these. No problem. Now these may look tap-ins, but they're definitely missable. Okay, so it gives us self-confidence that we're putting at the centre of the club. We've got a start line because it's a straight putt. If we start at right or left, we're going to miss the putt. We've got immediate feedback because we've got our gate. If we hit either one of those, say, gate posts there, our tees either side of our putter, we know that it was possibly a bad putt and possibly not at the middle of the putter. So we're going to go through, and he would do this. He normally does this for about 15 minutes before he even goes and starts the rest of his warm-up. But what I'd suggest that you do is do 5 reps. So you're going to start off with 2 hands, and you're going to hold 4, and then you're going to do one-handed just with your right hand, and you're going to hold 4, and you're going to do that, you know, 5 times, and we're going to end up with our 2 hands back on. Now what this is doing, what he's really trying to do, is because our left hand in the pattern stroke really is along for the ride. The right hand is the one that's effectively doing most of the work. It's keeping the club face nice and square, and when you run through, it's giving it loft through the ball. So what we want to make sure that our left hand is very much stable, complete not doing anything, and our right hand is our feel. It's pretty much everything in our putting stroke. So this is a great drill. As you can see, you hold so many from this distance, and this is such a key distance, and especially a key distance like for everybody, but the higher handicappers, really missing a few of these can ruin your day, because then it starts getting in your head and you're missing lots of them out there and dropping shots all over the place where you really don't need to. Because we can definitely put our first putt to that distance quite nicely, but then we've got to knock that one in. Now as far as I'm concerned, and probably Tiger's concerned, if you can hit it out the middle of the putter and you can hit it on your start line and hold these putts, you can hold any putt out there, because obviously every putt that we're hitting, we're trying to hit our start line, and we're trying to make sure that we've got the control to make a break, for instance, by hitting it consistently at the centre of the putter. So it's absolutely crucial to get that centre of the putter and to know where your start line is. And know you absolutely will prove this to yourself, you know, as many times as you do this drill before you go out. It's quite nice to get into, it's quite sort of hypnotic. And then when you get on the golf course, you get one of these putts. It's not always straight, but you get very confident over starting on that good start line and knowing exactly where you're hitting at your putter face. Just a quick one before we get absolutely soaked. I'll see you guys next Tuesday for another course vlog of some kind. We've got a bit of a fun one to do this Tuesday, so looking forward to that. If you find it's helped you, let me know down below, or if you've got any good drills yourself. I was going to look at Luke Donald's and Jordan Spieth, but I haven't got round to that just yet. But Tiger, probably the greatest putter that's ever lived from 3 foot, certainly from 2013 for a chunk, you know. So if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for all of us. See you next week.